hate this fucking website.
It's the worst, and it's because it's owned by Amazon now. It used to be amazing. I remember I was in high school when I discovered IMDb, and I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. It's part of the reason why I'm so good at 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I would just, like, click on people and be like, what else has that person been in? And just, like, that was how I used to spend time on the internet. A little.
Love that for you.
Parts of I mean, I was doing not great shit, too, but me and my friend Christina used to go into AOL chat rooms.
Yeah. And me and Jesse would do the same thing. And be like, we're Kitty and Crystal.
And like, 18. And like flirt with adult men.
Yeah. Man, we really grew up in the wild, wild west.
quite a time. Because it was half of that and then half watching like Charlie the Unicorn.
Oh, I wasn't on YouTube like that.
I don't think Charlie the Unicorn was a YouTube.
Was it not?
It was before YouTube.
Oh, then I don't know.
It was,
or like, was it the Homestar Runner or whatever?
It was not by them, but it's the same like time period.
I didn't watch all that stuff. I like we
showed you Trogdor, right? After you showed us the drinking out of cups. Yeah. Yes. Trogdor the Burninator is really good.
Yeah, well, we didn't have really fast internet at my house. And so
I didn't do any of this at my house. I did all of this at someone else's house.
When I would go to Jesse's house, all we would do were play with like the dolls, like the old fashioned dolls game or whatever. That's literally all we did. That and chat rooms.
My dad's a cheapskate, so like we had the minimum amount of internet possible.
Well, we had dial up forever. Like my parents just got like consistent like high speed wireless internet like maybe within the last 5 years.
I still don't know if my dad has a DVR.
No, my parents do.
Unless that's like standard now. If it's standard now, then he does.
My favorite though was when my dad called and asked if I wanted that little TV box thing, and he was like, "Do you have high speed internet at your house?" I was like, "Yeah, we do." We do.
What were we watching? Oh, we were watching that. There's this stupid. We're gonna get to the Dawson's Creek in a minute, but there's this stupid show on Netflix that it's like entertaining enough, and Shelley Hennig is in it, and Nick Zano is in it, so it's like fine. But at one point, it's basically like a spy thing, like a CIA spy thing, and they're trying to stop a Russian nuclear bomb. But at one point, they're in like a boathouse, and the tech girl is like trying to do stuff on like a really it looks like a gateway computer, like a really old computer, and it is dialing up, and Will just looked at me and goes, how did we live with that?
Yeah.
It's like horrible. I've got like 40 tabs open, and I'm doing like 4 things on this computer while I'm doing this, and I just think it's hilarious that we used to have to wait for dial-up, and like, it's just, and we just did it.
Well, and we would get kicked off the connection all the time. Constantly. Anytime that we would get a phone call, it would... It was knock us off.
And again, because my dad's a cheapskate, he like would not pay for a second phone line. Yeah, that was like internet exclusive.
When we went to our new house when I was 16, we had a second phone line. So, and then because I had a phone in my room and that was attached to the second phone line. So, and I think that one we had to use for the internet for a long time.
I think the first time we had Wi-Fi was when I was in college. The first time we had Wi-Fi in the house because I was able to connect my school computer up in my bedroom.
Okay.
And chat with the boy that I liked into the wee hours because my room was like 1 floor up from my parents, so they couldn't really like hear me.
Kids today will never know the euphoria that you felt when you were on AIM and you heard the door open.
Or the cow, or like whatever. I picked the cow noise sometimes, so I would like moo when someone...
But like hearing the door open, and it was your crushes screaming, and then you had to like figure out, and then they immediately went away, and you had to go look at their away message to like, figure out what's going on. I long for the days of those feelings.
So like that's partially why I'm so sad about the like total destruction of Twitter, is because it was the closest thing to like leaving, lyrics on your away message, just being able to like, blah, blah, blah.
I did that on Facebook when Facebook was like...
I did at the beginning.
Yeah. I never vibed with Twitter.
I love Twitter. I miss Twitter.
I don't.
It's not good.
As soon as Elon Musk took over it, I was like, give me a reason, and I deleted it.
There's just too much of a visual component to Instagram for me.
Oh, see, I like
That, like, I can't, it's like, that's what doesn't vibe with me is Instagram. And Threads is just, like, not as satisfying.
Yeah, I honestly can't tell you the last time that I opened Threads on purpose, but, like, now I click Threads on accident. I'm like, God damn it. Or I, like, open it to clear out notifications.
I looked at it the other day, and all I saw was people saying how bad it was that Taylor Swift was the Time Person of the Year. And I was like, I'm not doing this.
I can't engage in that conversation. Why is there a box of linguine in here?
Hello, everybody. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Dawson's Creek, Season 1, Episode 8, Boyfriend. Okay, so the gist of this episode is Jen's old boyfriend, Eon Bailey. His name is Billy. No, it's not.
And they just kept calling him Billy the Kid.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Like, Mitch did.
No, Pacey did too.
Pacey did too. Uh-huh. Well, because he like almost ran Pacey over.
And just blew into town.
Yeah. So he comes to try to win her back and try to take her back to New York, like as if her dad kicked her out. She was like, she said to Dawson, my dad sent me here.
Yeah. So like if she just shows up back in New York, I don't think that's gonna work. Like, you haven't thought this through. Maybe he is meant to be 50. Also, that is a full man. So much hair.
Full chest of hair.
And like, I mean, it looked like he shaved this morning and then immediately
5 o'clock shadow,
like a chia pet.
Yeah.
Insane.
He is such a hairy man. I am into it, but he does not read as any kind of high schooler.
No.
Like, maybe he's like an NYU freshman or something.
I mean, maybe,
but okay, that's the thing too, is it's so when I was doing my errands yesterday, I drove from over Corinne, like over by Stardust, and it took me like a back way to the farmer's market.
Okay.
So I went to some, like, down some different roads, and it took me up and through Rollins.
Oh.
And I saw some actual college students. Babies.
I know, it hurts my feelings. Like that picture I showed you of the party at, was it, it wasn't at the Modern. Where was it? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. But a place that we frequent. I was like, no, it was somewhere different.
Regardless.
Yeah. But they all looked so young.
Babies.
And I was confused. And it was the Rollins college party. And I was like, I feel like we all looked so much older.
Well, we weren't doing ourselves any favors with our makeup at the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Regardless, I just would like, so I was, even if he's supposed to be like an NYU freshman, first of all, I was 17 when I started college. I was 17 for like my first semester of college. And I looked like I was 17.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine.
No.
So like imagining that this guy is like in any part of college.
Well, so I don't know if you've seen this, but so the current Notre Dame quarterback is the hottest piece of ass I have ever seen in my life.
Did I not send that picture?
No, I don't think so, but I've seen TikToks about it.
But no, I did. He's so hot. This guy?
Yeah.
So hot.
I know. But literally every time anyone sees him, they're like, he's in college, because he looks like a whole man.
It's like if Mutt from Schitt's Creek was like slightly more rugged. If he didn't have doll lips.
And just like chiseled cheekbones.
Because also like this one looks like from the 70s. Like he could be in like a 70s Playgirl magazine.
Yeah. So hot. Brittany Broski, she like went to go speak at Notre Dame. Yeah. And they like all the girls like brought it up, and she like for like full 5 minutes could not participate. I know. So hot.
Hair?
I can't. I
am almost 40. If I was in the same room with him, I think I would fall down.
Just would slide off my chair.
Unacceptable. How good looking this man is.
Their coach is hot too. I know.
I mean, how old is this boy?
I don't know.
Baby, right? What is this man's name? Is it Riley Leonard? No, that can't be right.
I don't know what his name is. I just know what he looks like.
Oh, is it Chad?
I mean,
is his name Chad? Or is it Sam Hartman? There's so many names, because also someone is getting a Davy O'Brien something. I think it's Sam Hartman. Woof. Okay. I'm all on Twitter now. I don't know what's up and what's down. Okay. Jen's boyfriend is here. It's causing havoc. Dawson is losing his absolute shit about it.
Which no one's surprised.
No one's surprised.
I said it in our watch along, but I dedicated this shirt to Dawson Leary because women don't owe you shit,
Correct.
sir.
So he's like acting a total fool, and he's like, he's doing the whole like prove to me that you love me kind of thing, and he's like, you're my only like first and only girlfriend, and I'm just, fuck you. Joey's not sleeping because the baby's not sleeping. Bessie has turned a corner a little bit because she's being very pragmatic about it now. She's like, I know it's been sucky, but like this is a steep learning curve. I'm really sorry. And then she lets her go to the party later when she's supposed to be working. So Bessie has turned a little bit of a corner. She is never a series regular. She is always like a guest star, which kind of annoys me. Just because I think she should be like around more.
I agree.
But as it goes forward, it's sort of like, well, I mean, spoiler alert, I know this person dies on the Vampire Diaries, but it's kind of like Aunt Jenna.
Oh.
She's like a big deal in season 1, and then it's like just...
And then Elena is just like...
Don't even... No parents to speak of. Yeah.
No guardians whatsoever.
So yeah, that's all happening. Mitch and Gail are in this very weird, uncomfortable dance with how their relationship is going. They're going to therapy.
I'm glad that therapy has progressed in the way that it has, because I feel like therapy in the late 90s was not it.
Not the same.
No.
Yeah.
They really did not focus on the things that needed to be focused on.
Correct, yeah. So it's like the therapist is telling them that they should be like doing something together that's like new. And so Gail is like, what about scuba diving? You know, that thing where you're totally encased in separate bubbles and you can't speak to each other.
Yeah.
Whatever. I get it. Like, let's try to do something new together, like make a new memory, like have a new shared experience. I understand the instinct to do that. But Mitch is still really angry, as he is allowed to be. And so the way that he talks about it at the end, where he's like, we don't need to be focusing on new stuff. That's not what's broken. We need to focus on like the
stuff.
base of the relationship, because that's where something went wrong. Although we are kind of discounting the fact that she said that the reason was no reason at all.
Right.
Where he's like, you're just like not fulfilled or whatever. And it's like, how much more filled does she need to be?
She is filled to the brim.
To the brim. So yeah, but they have that nice dance at the end, and like we turn a corner. Like there's still friction, but we turn a corner, and I don't think they actually proceed with a divorce. But I do think they're still in a tough spot. He is though meeting with investors for his restaurant, which is like a move forward. And then I guess the rest of it is kind of just this beach party, which Pacey asks Joey to go because Dawson's going to be there alone. And that's when Bessie lets her leave work. So Dawson finds her and he's like, let's just hang out together. Let's have one drink and then go. But then Jen finds him and he totally throws Joey over to go spend time with Jen. After she has kissed Billy goodbye, which again, she was like two-handed push, like, fine, if this will get you to leave, like.
Which is gross.
It's super gross. But she, at that point, it's kind of like.
Right, I'll just do it. I'll just do anything. But that's what's so frustrating about being a woman.
Yeah.
Because so many times we have to put up our body as collateral as a reason for a man to do anything.
100%.
And we just have to suck it up and just be like, if I just do it, then he'll shut up.
Yeah.
It's just like, it shouldn't be that way.
100%.
If I'm telling you to leave, fucking leave.
Yeah.
I don't need to kiss you to prove to you that I'm over it. Just to have you turn around and be like, that goodbye kiss didn't say anything about goodbye, okay?
She kissed me. Like, it was totally manipulative on multiple levels because he was manipulating her into another kiss, which she could see. Yeah. And that's why she, like you said, two-handed pushed him away. But then he also manipulated Dawson by being like, she kissed me goodbye.
Yeah. But then it's so insane because it's like, I did the thing that you said that you needed me to do, and then you decided that my intention wasn't right.
Correct.
That you could just feel it. Yeah. No, you didn't. You're just using that to your advantage. Disgusting. I hate it.
I was just having a thought. When we were doing Riverdale, there was one point where Will was like, imagine that these girls are not, like, it's not Lily Reinhart and Madeline Page and Camila Mendez. They're just like just like standard sixes,
like normies,
like normies in Riverdale, but they're so like we're seeing them through this like film, and so that's where I'm like, maybe he is like 17, and it's just through this like film of like TV magic that he looks like Eon Bailey. It's just funny. So after Dawson goes down to the beach with Jen during this daytime beach makeout party.
I mean, you're teenagers. Anytime that you could just suck face away from your parents.
It's something about the daytime. Like,
I know.
It's like noon, like high noon. Like
it's very, very bright.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're all drunk on high school jungle juice.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the liquor that like everyone put into jungle juice.
Everclear.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I kept thinking Hypnotic and I'm like, that shit is blue.
No.
But no,
Everclear.
yeah, Everclear.
It like Everclear and then like Hawaiian Punch.
Yeah.
And vodka.
151.
Kind of whatever like the frat house
just
had
literally just
around. Like in the bathtub too sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or they would just buy a tub and just pour it in there. I didn't have to do that at parties because I had the good shit at home. I had the high dollar booze at my house.
But like nobody had to do that at parties.
No, that's true. But also I was like, see, this is why I didn't get invited. Because I very much was like,
oh no, I did it.
Oh no, I didn't.
I did it. Okay, the last time I had jungle juice, I was a junior in college, and I went to visit a boy who went to Clemson, and he was in a fraternity, like a smart person fraternity, but he was in a fraternity, and so we went to the frat house, and they had jungle juice, and I drank it, and it was a lot.
Yeah, I think I've only ever had it once.
Yeah, that's like that. Maybe like one or two other times. That was the time I had fraternity jungle juice.
I've never been inside of a fraternity. Oh. No, that's a lie. I did when I went to the International Thespian Festival because I am that cool. And
hey, I was in Latin club in high school.
So, but we were at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. And so we got, this is inappropriate, but like we got invited into like a frat house, but like we literally saw like the front, like the foyer. And then I think we were all like, bye. And just like ran out.
Were you just like scared or?
I think a lot of us were kind of like, why are we here? Like we all just kind of, nothing like felt off, but I think we were just kind of like, we should probably go.
I did not feel unsafe.
Well, but we were also, so I went.
Were you still in high school?
Yeah, I was like a sophomore,
I
think. So yeah, I don't think I went my junior year. I don't remember, but I think it was like the summer before junior year. I went, and it was, so we were like 15, literally 15.
Sure. I didn't feel unsafe, but I was there with a brother of the fraternity, and we were like seeing each other.
No, when I had jungle juice, we were in college. I was at Shonda's old apartment, and we just made it because none of us had ever had it. And so we were like, let's just make it. And then I took a shot of it, and I was like, this is garbage. Go back to my high dollar alcohol that I got for free.
Because like it's good. You're like at a good jungle juice party if it's Hawaiian Punch, like brand Hawaiian Punch, but like a lot of times it would be like
the Dollar General
Country Time lemonade, and it's like not as good.
Yeah.
That was also, Will hates it when I tell this story. That was also the same time where the next morning I had to take my birth control, and the only thing around to drink was Boone's Farm.
We've all done that. Also, how big was your birth control that you needed to like drink it? You just can't swallow it?
Well, no, but I mean, at the time I was like pretty freshly on birth control, and so I was like, I would always take it with something.
Literally, I've chased so many pills with so many alcoholic beverages.
Yeah. It was like tropical fruit, Boone's Farm.
Well, Jesus, yikes!
Look, I can't explain to you how much that Clemson is a country school.
Yeah.
Like, they have one of the best agricultural departments in the nation, but it is in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I've had some of that, and, like, not great wine and stuff like that, like Franzia. Oh, my God.
Boone's Farm is, like, wine drink.
Like juice.
Yeah.
It's a step up from grape juice.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, when I was at that job yesterday, we were talking about, there's an Episcopalian church across the street from the hotel, and I guess they were having some kind of party. And so they were all the people from the congregation were at this bar. And so they were making jokes about it. And I was like, well, I mean, as a recovering Catholic, like, that's not surprising.
Yeah.
And so the one lady was like, well, with like the Eucharist for Catholics, like, isn't it grape juice? And I was like, it's Manischewitz.
It's wine.
And and she goes, well, yeah, that's juice. And I was like, no, it is
wine.
It is shitty wine.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, and I know with that kind of sacrament, you are not supposed to take back anything that's left. Like, you have to finish it. And I was like, I know.
Yeah.
Why do you think they're all at the bar?
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. Very aware.
There's a whole thing.
And she was like, well, I grew up Episcopalian. I was like, girl, you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's watered down Catholicism.
Oh, brother. Okay, so... okay.
The dude with the beautiful hair.
The dude with the beautiful blonde hair. Such long, beautiful hair.
He literally had the type of hair that they would do the trope in like a 90s movie where some like hot shit guy would walk out and be like, excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then turn around and it's like this full man with like a goatee or whatever. He did. It was beautiful.
It was like Fabio hair.
Mm-hmm. Very thick and just very like, it was a little heavy at the bottom, but it's 1998.
Straight and blonde, but yeah, it's 98. He was like okay in the face, but it was the hair. I said okay. That's not like a shining endorsement.
Yeah.
Anyway, he starts hitting on Joey, and when Dawson leaves her alone, she starts hitting the punch hard.
Mm-hmm.
And Pacey is really trying to keep her safe.
Mm-hmm.
I love Pacey.
I'm still traumatized. So
no, I know.
I'm working through my feelings.
But like,
still.
I know the Pacey to come. So I'm still like, this is like the first glimpse at how like actually good of a guy he is.
Well, when he was, which we'll get to, but like when he was, the baby was like holding his finger when he was telling the English patient. I'm just like, oh, that's so cute. But
so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also, like I said, he's the baby. So some of his older siblings have kids. So like he can handle kids.
Yeah.
I actually think that he gets hooked up somehow with the kid from Jerry Maguire at one point.
Oh.
For like a Big Brother thing, I think. I don't totally remember it, but I think so. Anyway, it's really sweet. He's just sort of like following her around, trying to get her to stop drinking, trying to like go in between the guy with the beautiful hair. He ends up punching him and he is out.
Oh yeah,
the guy
went
is
night.
Out. And then Joey falls down drunk, but doesn't realize that Pacey did it because Dawson like leans over to like see if she's okay, and she's like, "You're my hero." And then he is totally mind blown when they get her back to her house and she kisses him.
Mm-hmm.
Because as you mentioned last week in the detention episode, she fully, I guess maybe not with words, but like everybody in the room.
She literally was like, I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I can't because it'll ruin everything. And then we're just going to move past that?
No, because Pacey has to be the one that's like, she's in love with you, dude.
You fucking bozo. Like,
you
what?
idiot. And he's like, no, our relationship is just whatever. And
but as he like confesses to her while she's asleep, like it's really hard. Hair talk. Like it just, if you ever need anything, you can always count on me. I'm like,
no.
And so then he's surprised that she reaches up, like hand on face, and just smacks one on him. No. And he's so stupid. I hate him so much.
He's awful.
She basically is wearing a shirt that says "I heart Dawson."
Yeah,
and he's still like, what do you mean? What? Joey's in love with me? There's no way. We're just friends.
I'll tell you what else too. She literally never takes that shirt off. I mean, at a certain point,
no, she knows. She has to for the ending of the show.
Sure. So far from now, she puts other clothes on top of it.
Ew!
It's always there a little.
Gross.
Yeah. Not in an actual gross way.
No, I know, but I'm like trying to think back. If any of my exes, if I hold a candle for any of them, and I don't.
No, I don't hold a candle. I did for a long time.
I feel
for one of them.
No love for like any of them. They were there for a reason and a season.
Sure.
And then
I've said it before, there's one ex that I would still be friends with. But that's it.
Nope, literally none.
Yeah. No, just
literally none.
Just the one. And we were friends for also we did it's the same guy, it's the Clemson guy.
Oh.
But we didn't like date.
Just like hung out, made out sometimes.
But yeah, yeah, we didn't like have a relationship, but we were very friendly in high school, and then we like carried on our friendship in through college. But then we just like he joined the Navy, and I was like, ugh.
There's one that I would like to have actual closure with, but that is the only thing, like only tab left open.
Yeah.
For any of them, no love lost.
No love lost. No love lost at all. But it is, but there's like, I'm just sort of like, you were a cool guy. Like, we could still be friends, but.
What's that like? Listen,
I'm not gonna.
They're all either dead or dead to me over here. So, you know.
You mean that literally.
100%.
Yeah.
It's my entire chest.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, brother. Okay, so, yeah, the last thing is, I guess the Pacey thing with the baby is really cute, because when they bring Joey home, it upsets Alexander, and so Pacey is trying to not get them caught, because apparently Bodie is going to give a harder time to Joey than Bessie is, which I don't believe.
No.
So earlier in the episode, Joey had come to the video store to rent The English Patient because it was the only thing that got Alexander to sleep the night before, and so he just starts recounting from memory the plot of The English Patient with accents and everything to the baby. It's attractive.
It is.
And it works, and the baby is fine. So that's super cute. And then Billy is very angrily shoving clothes in his back, and he's like, I can be here in 3 hours if the traffic's with me. And he's like, I'm leaving. And
she ended it, man. You better treat her right.
Yeah, what? And again, we never see him again.
Good.
Nor the blonde guy
Good.
from the party.
Bye.
So Dawson sees Jen out on their little boat dock, and he goes down there to talk to her, and she ends it with him because she's like,
thank God.
I mean, it doesn't totally.
Yeah, I know.
It's all, well, actually, it might last. I can't remember. It's all kind of like this for like a while. But yeah, so he ends it with her.
She ends it with him.
Or she ends it with him.
He does not take it well.
Not at all.
Because I said in our watch
the
along,
first of many heartbreaks that Dawson experiences on that very dock.
Oh, Jesus. But I said it in our watch along, like, he literally is like grabbing her, and she's like backing up. And I was like, if this were a Lifetime movie, she would have stepped 2 like many steps past. She would have fallen off the dock, hit her head on the way down, and died. And then we would just have to watch him try to cover up for a whole movie.
Yeah.
Because he gives woman annihilator energy.
He does.
I hate it.
He never does annihilate a woman, but not physically, I guess. Emotionally.
Yeah. But she like does this whole speech about like how she's never just been by herself.
Yeah.
Which I know so many women like that. Listen, take some time by yourself.
Yeah.
It's great.
Also, there's just so much pressure to like be in a relationship or to be like to always have a date to like school dances. I think it's very underrated to be single in high school.
Yeah. I had a great time. I went to more dances single than I went with a date.
Yeah.
And 2 times I went with a date, walked through the door, did not see them for the entire night.
Yeah.
So because I had fun at dances. I danced. So I just went for
I
it.
didn't dance, but I had fun.
Yeah. Just you don't need no mans.
You don't need no mans. Yeah, so that's basically it. We have turned a handful of corners. Like Joey and Pacey are not so antagonistic in this episode. Dawson has finally clued into the fact that Joey might be into him. Jen is like, this is not it for me. So there's like, and then Mitch and Gail are very like turning a corner.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty good episode. What's the next one?
Road trip or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not as good, but it's fine. So yeah. That's it for this episode. Let us know what you think and like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.